Hey guys, it's Duke. I'm back with another week in weight loss coaching, and now we want to get the ball rolling. We are no longer establishing things up. We've done that already in our prior weeks. We came to our why. We got our goal. We got our goal weight that we wanted to hit. We established our total daily energy expenditure numbers. We have our workout routine for the beginning months. We also been washing our food. Now it's time for us to start actually portioning out our foods and actually proceeding forward with making those healthier alternatives. So one of the main things that I wanted you guys to do for this week is basically establish weigh-ins. Now it could be bi-weekly, which is you weighing yourself twice a week. It could be weekly, which is what I recommend. You can pick Friday, Wednesday, Monday, or whichever day of the week you may choose to weigh yourself on. Or it could be every 2 weeks, which you may want to weigh yourself. Just establish a day that you want to weigh in and basically keep track of where you are. And as I stated before, make sure you update your total daily energy expenditure numbers when you do weigh yourself. The next thing we want to do is move on and be more specific about our goal. We want to get crystal clear about this. We want to iron this out. We want to make sure we have a month, a day, and a year of when we're going to hit our goal weight. So no longer are we just saying we want to be at this body weight. We want to push it a little further. We want to egg this on. We want to push ourselves just a little bit further and say, hey, this is the month, the day, the year that I'm going to hit this goal, that I'm going to be at this body weight or below this body weight or very extremely close to it. So go and iron out those goals, write those goals down. And as I said before, every week I try to come to you guys with a form to aid you on with this journey. So go and download that form and write down these dates right now. And building off of what we did last week, we want to continue to set ourselves up for success. That's basically what these first few weeks have been, setting yourself up for success, establishing your why and your decision for moving forward, getting your weight, getting your mindset prepared and ready, just sitting with the emotions that you had before and saying, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to finish this, I know I'm going to make mistakes, I know I'm going to overestimate this or underestimate this, but I'm going to hit my goal, I'm going to reach it this time. That's all we were doing these first few weeks, is just setting things up for when things do become challenging down the line on this journey. You're going to be easily able to overcome whatever challenge that comes your way, all because of these first few weeks that we did and taking the time to establish just our basic foundation physically and mentally. So we want to build on those principles of setting ourselves up. We want to make sure that we are engaging in our workouts. We don't have to be drastic, like I said before, 5 to 10 minutes of walking every day, but you do want to try to get this done at least 2 to 3 times a day, just getting started. Even better if you could do 4 to 5 days a week, that would be great. But if only you can get 2 to 3 times a week of doing your cardio, that would be excellent. 5 to 10 minutes, that's all I'm asking. Or if you're engaging in strength training, any form of resistance training, that could be weightlifting, that could be and any working with weights or machines or resistant bands or whichever it may be, doing that 2 to 3 times a week, that would be fine. If you settle on 4 or 5, that would be great as well. But if you can only do 2 to 3 times a week for 15 to 30 minutes, you're doing awesome. Also, we want to up our intake of water. Make sure that we try to get it to at least 64 ounces in these first few months. Just establish that as a basis, because once we set that as a basis, we'll be able to go and increase that to at least trying to get to a gallon. And as I said before, when it comes to the water intake, it's going to keep you satiated, which means you're going to consume less food. It's going to also take care of your skin, which is going to clear up your skin. It's going to, if you have a high sodium intake on your diet, you'll be able to flush that out, so it won't be much of a big deal to consume sodium in your diet or a high content of sodium in your diet. So we want to increase our intake of water. Trust me when I say water is your best friend on this weight loss journey. It will take care of you, and it will get you to where you want to be. Next thing you want to do is always make sure to have your affirmations. This will be a list that will keep growing. And basically, like I said before, you want to continue to set yourself up on success. So any podcasts, any books, any TV shows, anything that you have that may be entertaining, keep those around. You want to keep the good vibes up. You want to continue to build your list of motivations and inspirations and aspirations and affirmations that you practice to yourself, or that you may rephrase and put them in your own words, that you are speaking more to yourself and building yourself up along this journey. Continue to do that. These are going to be extremely helpful. These are things that I've done when I went through my own journey of being 400 pounds and getting down to 266 pounds, losing over 110 pounds in 9 months. So these things work. These are things that I've used, and I'm going to just continue to give you guys the tools that you need to be successful. Tools that I found out along the way that I'm giving to you guys right now, because as I stated before, this weight loss journey is both physical and mental. It's one where we know what we have to do physically to lose weight. We all know what we have to do. We have to incorporate more exercise into our routine, consume healthier foods, healthier alternatives. But the one thing that people don't know about, because they haven't been overweight for a majority of their lives, or had to lose over 100 pounds or so, like what I'm coaching you guys through on this journey, because this is what this journey is tailored for. People who've been overweight over their entire lives, you're going to have to craft a new identity. And these things that we've done in these first few weeks are the tools that are going to help you launch and do that. And we're not going to give up on ourselves. We're crafting a new identity, a new persona that we're going to be at the end of this journey. Not just the body weight. We're going to have the new mindset to go with it and proceed forward and continue to build our lives into what we want it to be ultimately at the end of this weight loss journey. And as I stated before, we want to make sure that we continue to engage in our why of why we got started, or just review our decision or how we arrived to our decision and sit in those emotions, let those emotions continue to drive us, and also look over our goals more and just make sure everything's in alignment, make sure we're still driven, make sure we still feel that fire, that passion, that everything that we need just to keep moving forward and keep pushing forward. You're not going to give up on yourself on this journey. You're going to reach the end of this journey. And like I said before, the hardest thing about this journey is just the first month, because we're setting down all these foundations for us. When we get into month 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth, this is the hardest month. Making it through this, everything else will be a breeze. I promise you. It is extremely simple on this journey, and I promise you that you will finish. You will get across the finish line. I'm giving you the tools every week to do so. Make sure to go and download the form. This will just make sure everything lines up that we've been learning about week by week to make sure you accomplish your goal. And also, don't forget the people that were your sources of inspiration. Continue to study their journey, the roadblocks that they ran into, because like I said before, there will come a time where we will run into those same roadblocks, but we'll have the tools to easily dismantle those roadblocks and move past them. So that's all I wanted to come to you guys this week on the weight loss coaching journey. I will continue to be here every week. You continue to show up every week, and I'm going to give you those tools you need to solve your problem. We will reach that goal, I promise you. All right, peace.